After the Second World War, Italian neorealism dominated art and international cinema. The Italians focused on stories of the poor trying to stay alive, using minimal equipment and untrained actors. You can say Scandinavian cinema was exactly the opposite. Consisting out of Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway and most notably Sweden, this cinema has not made such a large impact as much as neorealism. But certain filmmakers have been widely recognized, producing prestigious films, most notably Swedish director Ingmar Bergman. In contrast to neorealism, Ingmar Bergman used dedicated actors as well as well-trained film crews to make his films. Bergman wrote and directed some of 35 feature films. He made films that were entertaining but also considered as art. His films were not only technically great, but also very stylistic. The focus in all these films are the human condition and the relationships between characters. Other recurring themes are religion and art and how this plays a role in a principal theme, lack of communication. Bergman once said, "I tried to tell the truth about the human condition, the truth as I see it." He has created his own film universe by always referring to these themes and using the same stylistic elements and character types that seemed fitting to Scandinavian culture at the time. His films always had his signature style, and therefore he is considered as a filmmaker that best embraces the word auteur and is by far the most recognizable filmmaker in Scandinavian history. Wild Strawberries is the film that best encapsulates the themes and styles of Ingmar Bergman, played by fellow director Victor Sjöström, as he travels to Lund University to receive an honorary award for 50 years of medical practice.
Det är fint väder.
Ja, men det är klart.
Accompanied by his daughter-in-law, they meet many different people along the way that causes him to reflect on his life and where he is now.
Vad händer med henne sen då?
Hon blev gift med min bror Sigfrid. Hon fick 6 barn.
Woody Allen, who speaks high praise of Bergman and who was clearly influenced by him, has before referred to Bergman's film as serious. And the overall mood of this film seems very serious and even sad, focusing on the old man that's presumably in the last stretch of his life, filled with regret from the past. Throughout his travels, he sees memories and dreams that are filled with sadness. But as the film progresses, the mood evolves and Professor Bork truly learns acceptance.
Då jag under dagen varit orolig eller sorgsen brukar jag för att stilla mig återkalla minnen från barndomens värld. Så gjorde jag även denna afton.
Wild Strawberries is also most likely Bergman's most personal film he's ever made. Bergman once said in an interview, "I tried to put myself in my father's place, and I sought explanations for the bitter quarrels with my mother. I had created a character who on the outside looks like my father, but was me through and through." This conflict between people and the concept of marriage is hell on earth is a recurring theme on his films and is extremely prevalent in this film.
Stackars Simon.
Vad god, stackra mig inte. Det är orimligt att leva i världen. Ännu orimligare att befolka med nya stackare. Och allra orimligast att tro att de ska få det bättre än vi.
Det där är svipskäl.
Kalla det vad du vill. Jag var själv ett föga välkommet barn i ett äktenskap som var en frisk avglans av helvetet. Gubben är egentligen säker på att jag är hans son.
Isaac Borg's unhealthy relationship with his deceased wife has influenced his own son and the marriage between him and his wife.
Du är feg!
Ja, det är jag. Det här livet äcklar mig till kräkningar. Jag tänker inte ta på mig ett ansvar som tvingar mig att existera en dag längre än jag själv vill. Det vet du. Du vet att jag menar allvar, att det inte är någon sorts hysteri som du trodde i början.
Finally, the film can be considered as Ingmar Bergman's most successful film. It's a film he has won most rewards for, as well as the film that gave him an international reputation as a filmmaker. It is arguably the most influential film, as a film that most modern filmmakers refer to. Only his other film, The Seventh Seal, can be regarded as great as Wild Strawberries. Ingmar Bergman was an extremely respected filmmaker, and his films had the power to not only change how he looked at a film, but also how he looked at life itself.
Inte det? Då ska jag visa dig hur du ser ut. Du är en gammal ängslig gubbe som snart ska dö. Men jag har hela livet framför mig.
Wild Strawberries can be seen as one of the most profound films ever made that leaves a lasting impression on its viewer. Bergman is a master in existential dramas.